to take the story, to adapt it, to give it flesh and blood and create the layers to Bombay.
I like to just न्योछावर myself क्योंकि मुझे लगता है कि यार मैं अप्रूवल ढूंढती है डायरेक्टर मैंने कोई शॉट दिया
Making the falling from cycle look so easy, but you lift her pants, it's like filled with bruises.
Trust, you know, self-love, self-realization. There's a poetry.
Hello दोस्तों, welcome to the Bollywood talk show on IWMBuzz. This is your host Shubhojit, back once again with another interesting episode. बहुत ही interesting topic we are going to be talking about today. इश्क, मोहब्बत, प्यार की बातें. This is what we are going to be talking to Fatima Sana Shaikh over here. Thank you so much for being with us.
Hello, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Sorry पसीने हाथ में थे.
कोई बात नहीं. प्यार के लिए सब जायज़ है.
अरे यार.
Shonali ma'am over here. The one and only Bhupendra and Nilesh ji over here. Thank you so much. सबसे पहले एक big cheer for Modern Love. It's finally coming. Can we just clap? Yes.
And inside Modern Love, Raat Rani.
Raat Rani. Special cheers for Raat Rani. क्या बात है. That is the energy that we needed to start.
Yes.
Right. Absolutely wonderful. But सबसे पहले I need to be a little biased to her as well as you sir because you guys are the creators, the brainchild of this. I really want to know in terms of the casting process, like you know these guys, these two are there. In terms of the casting process, how do you justify as creators that whom we should take and whom we should not? Of course, it's a big process at the end of the day, but you have your characters etched in your mind, right? So how do you understand which actor is going to justify it to the best of their abilities?
So Shubhajit, first thing is I'm not the creator at all. Like he's the creator. This is his sole creation, solo creation by him. We worked together in the past, but on this he was a solo writer, and it's his brainchild. Because you use the word brainchild, and it's absolutely correct. To take the story, to adapt it, to give it flesh and blood, and create the layers to Bombay. It's Nilesh's, and I was handed that. Then it's the director comes into place to discuss with their casting director. So in the role of the character Lutfi, a very very interesting character. We auditioned a lot of people, people. And he just stood out in his audition, and only in this interview process I'm learning. Actually, it was his birthday on the day he auditioned, and that he can talk about it himself, what he did in his audition. But I'm blown away by how much thought he put into his audition because it showed. So when Gautam, my casting director, and I watched it, and you know we go through the process, but everything I would always run by Nilesh, always, and so we all were really in love with Bhupendra for Lutfi. Fatima needs absolutely no such auditions or anything. I have always loved her from her very first film. Nilesh actually knew her from the time of Dangal. I always had my eyes that I want to have some role that I can offer that would match her and match me. And I'm so excited that this, she said yes immediately when she was given the script. She was absolutely right for this character, and we just both feel that, oh my God, she took the script that he wrote, my direction to another level.
Absolutely.
India is going to be blown away by our Raat Rani. I can promise you that. I can promise you.
इस बात पे एक और ताली please.
क्या बात है?
Very important.
क्या बात है?
क्या बात है?
Lovely. But I must ask you guys as well. There's so much of conviction when I heard ma'am saying all this about, and you as well, sir. There's so much of conviction that the creators, director, writer, they're putting on your efforts, the kind of work that you have done, the audition that you have given. When you need to justify that in terms of performances, one thing is the skill set that you have always had. Another thing is to justify the trust that has been entrusted upon you. So does that add to another pressure at a different level when you're performing?
No.
क्या simple answer है?
I think you have to surrender yourself to the director. If you are surrendering yourself, then there is no question to doubt or to anything.
Any pressure.
That's beautiful. That is what you seek as a director. That an actor will surrender themselves to the material, to the character, as well as to the process. And these two really gave themselves mind, body and soul to the process.
You want to add something to what he said?
No, he is right. क्योंकि क्या होता है, जैसे मुझे लगता है कि मैंने जो काम किया है और अगर लोगों को पसंद आया है, मुझे लगता है मुझे उससे बेहतर करना पड़ेगा. और मैं खुद के ऊपर प्रेशर लेती हूँ कि अगर मैंने इससे बेटर नहीं किया तो मेरा सेल्फ वर्थ इन माय हेड है कि नहीं. बट इफ यू फाइंड डायरेक्टर्स हु ट्रस्ट इन यू ना, एक तो बहुत अच्छा और कंफर्टिंग फीलिंग है.
सुकून मिलता है
कि एक डायरेक्टर चाहता है. स्ट्रेस भी होता है, बिल्कुल होता है. But again, I am a director's actor. I like to just न्योछावर myself क्योंकि मुझे लगता है कि यार मैं अप्रूवल ढूंढती है. डायरेक्टर मैंने कोई शॉट दिया, हाँ शोनाली, हाँ चलो ठीक है, now very good, again we can do. Like for me, I need to have that connection with the director. अगर वो नहीं है ना, मैं बहुत ऐसे लॉस्ट चाइल्ड जैसा फील करती हूँ सेट पे।
इसमें थोड़ा सा झूठ बोल रही है ये। क्या है कि डायरेक्टर ने इसको नहीं बोला था कि गिर गिर के अपने पाँव पे इतनी जख्में ले लो, है ना, कि इतना like she did not tell Shonali for 2 days she's making the falling from cycle look so easy, but you lift her pants, it's like filled with bruises. 2 days later only everyone found out. That's the kind of commitment that she's shown in this film, and it just shows.
Absolutely wonderful, and genuinely this is all that we talk about, dedication and actually the word surrendering themselves in every way possible. That is what you exactly mean, right? So I think that is exactly what they said. When 2 actors are actually surrendering, you can't just ask for more beyond that. But you know, when we talk about love, it's such a broad term, you know, it's an umbrella word that we use in the general context. You know, over the years, I think the understanding and I would say perception towards love has developed as well. Like, you know, we talk about different genders, we form a same gender love, etc. It's very important. When stories like this come together, I know your story is dealing with something else, but at the end of the day, when 6 stories come together to create one output with the same kind of impact, how important is it in order to change the perception of the audience in terms of love, people who are having maybe some sort of backdated thinking? Does it change that?
For me, I mean, I'll just say for our story, like I just feel like any time you get an opportunity as a creator, push the boundaries as what you do with love. So Nilesh did that in a beautiful, subtle way in our film, where because you're not aware of that, so you're thinking our film doesn't have anything to do with same sex. In a small place where there are employers of our character who could have easily been heterosexual, but the writer-creator chose that no. Why should we always, when we write any people who are just normal, that they be, you know, male-female? So he created them as a lesbian couple who in fact have 2 children. You know, which is amazing, and it's very subtle. So actually, some audiences don't even get it because his own thought in his writing, and also then in our direction, was it if you have a heterosexual couple, will you go out of the way to show them kissing? You know, they are married. So why should you with a same-sex couple? So as a result, many people won't get it. But that layer has been put in there by us. That's one. Then the second is that the story is about self-love. So I do feel how you're saying that will audiences take something from it, because we as human beings, the pressure is always of romantic love. You feel terrible that, oh, I've not found romantic love. You feel that pressure, oh, I'm 13, oh my God, now I'm 40 and I've not found, oh, now I'm getting divorced. It's terrible. Why do you have to go through life with romantic love? And for me, self-love is something so important that if you don't learn how to love yourself,
how do you love someone else?
Yeah, and so Nilesh chose this blog for me. I didn't choose it. He chose the story of self-love. I actually didn't choose it, and I'm so grateful to him because it is my favorite thing to deal with, self-love, and he chose it and then he wrote it beautifully, and then they have embodied it beautifully. So that thing audiences will learn to love yourself. Don't fret about the romantic stuff.
Charity begins at home, so that's how it needs to be. You first love yourself, then you love others.
You know, I would like to add to that, क्योंकि जैसे इन्होंने कहा है कि बहुत subtly एक couple डाला है जो heterosexual नहीं है. I think क्योंकि वो मैंने पहली बार देखा है. I've been a part of a set जहाँ पे इतनी casually बोला गया, उसको scandalize नहीं किया कि अरे यहाँ पे एक couple है जो normal heterosexual नहीं है, normal. But that's the beauty, no? कि आप everything is normal. It's in your mind where you think कि अच्छा ये लोग साथ में तो ये normal नहीं है. So even for me it was a learning कि ऐसे भी हम बात कर सकते हैं, ऐसे भी हम normalize कर सकते हैं. एक और बात बोलनी थी पर मैं completely भूल गई हूँ अभी, तो sorry.
This is the moment of the episode. This is the moment of the episode. But tell me something. This is something I want to ask you, sir, and you, ma'am, in particular. Whenever we talk about, you know, characters.
याद आ गया.
Yes. Please.
नहीं अभी थोड़ा चलो ठीक है.
अरे बता दो आप. नहीं कोई बात नहीं, आप बता दो. आप बता दो.
नहीं, हम लोग ना जनरली सेल्फ लव को एज अ वेरी सेल्फिश थिंग मानते हैं. कि जब भी आप बोलते हो सेल्फ लव तो लोगों को लगता है यार ये अपने आप से प्यार करती है, बड़ी सेल्फिश होगी, नार्सिसिस्टिक होगी, ये होगी वो होगी. बट एक्चुअली इट्स अ वेरी ब्यूटीफुल इमोशन. When you love yourself, only then you can love somebody.
Absolutely.
ये बात बोलनी थी.
Correct. Thank you so much interrupt करने के लिए and putting out something which is that relevant, of course. But you know, I'll just continue from where I was over there. You know, when somebody is playing I'm talking about stuff that we have seen, be it in movies, be it OTT in particular. If somebody is playing a gay character, कुछ nuances होते in terms of the way they are portraying, like maybe there's certain hand gestures. If somebody is a lesbian, playing a lesbian character, there's certain things that they do in order to make it obvious. Did you guys have those thoughts कि नहीं हम लोग को ऐसा additionally कुछ नहीं करना to make our characters look like that, just the acting and the expressions will speak?
जिंदगी में ऐसा नहीं कर पाएगी सोनाली बोस. You know, that's, I mean, you can't even ask a question like that to her.
Yeah.
Like you trust her to do right by those characters. And so that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Ever.
Not in this film, not ever.
Yeah, wonderful. He's already answered it for you, ma'am. हो गया.
Margarita with the straw bhi ban
Yeah, we have had like
We made it
I've had a
together,
million
so-
conversations, you know, making Margaret with the straw. I never had growing up gay friends or a disabled person in my
Correct.
house. You know, I grew with that film. I
Yeah.
grew making that with her. I've become a different person, a different human being. So it was easy to answer that question.
Very easy, very easy. And I'm very happy it was very easy to answer because, you know, in times it tends to get a bit complicated. But anyway, we'll move forward. Every project that you are associated with, be it as a director, writer, creator, or as an actor, you tend to take away certain things from that project in order to be a better individual in terms of your own creative art. So if I have to individually, okay, so if I have to individually ask you, what was your particular takeaway from this as a writer, as a director, and as actors that you would want to take forward in the rest of your career? What would that be? We can start with you, sir.
यार
सोचने में
मैं
मजबूर
तो
किया।
पेशेंस लेके जाऊंगा इसमें से. मतलब this film was I wrote it last year in February. It was meant to be shot in like March.
Yeah.
Second wave, third wave, like going through pandemic,
Yeah.
and then eventually like feeling lost a little bit, and then you know she came on board and he came on board, like, and things happened and things blossomed and Raat Rani happened.
Yeah. Finally.
So yeah, so like patience in cinema is something that I really need to hold on to.
Yeah. Bhupendra, you want to add something?
Yeah, I think
Your biggest takeaway.
Huh?
Your biggest takeaway.
So many things. There's not just one thing.
दो तीन जो भी जितना आपको बताना है आप बता दो.
Trust.
Hmm.
You know, self-love.
Yeah.
Self-realization. There is a poetry. इकबाल said that कि अपने मन में डूब कर पाजा सुराग जिंदगी.
हाँ.
तू अगर मेरा नहीं बनता ना बन, अपना तो बन.
क्या
बात है,
क्या बात है,
क्या बात है.
क्या
Super,
बात है.
super. Ma'am, you want to add something?
Yeah, for me, you know, I got self-confidence because I made a little film called Amu. When I made Amu, I had just come out of film school and I did everything for that film, and you know, like even today people love that film.
Yeah.
But after that, I made 2 films and everybody literally keeps talking about Margarita with the Straw.
Yeah.
He is equal part of Margarita with the
Yes.
Straw. He's the co-director. Margarita with the Straw and The Sky is Pink are such accomplished films because Nilesh was on it. So actually, I felt that we are a team. Can I direct by myself again? I felt very shaken. Then I was given a script that was so mind-blowingly brilliant that I felt terrified that, you know, and then I was like, you know what? When I made Amu, I was okay to fail. That I didn't know, am I capable of being a director, making a feature film, coming out of film school? And I was like, it's okay. You'll do something else in life. It's okay to fail. So literally, I was like, I don't mind being humiliated. You know, it's a short in an anthology. I'll take this chance. But I told Nilesh, I request you. I'm nervous by your presence because it's intimidating because I think you are brilliant. He's a writer-director. He's about to direct his own film. And now I'm used to glancing at him on set like I have always.
Yeah.
So many times he's made me change my decision on set on Margarita and the Sky is Pink. I said, leave me beyond this. Like, I just want to know that मैं खुद कर सकती हूँ कि नहीं. And I feel happy, yeah, because I did it, yeah. I feel I did it. And I really was like a little girl going to school for the first time कि तुम direct कर पा, are you capable of directing by yourself? And so I literally, I needed this boost for my self-esteem and self-confidence that, okay, I can direct.
You know, the
Wow.
nostalgia, the emotion
Yeah,
that's
wow.
actually reflecting on her face if somebody takes a close
It
look.
shows in the
It's
film.
actually that.
Because
I
literally
know.
I
It's
was
actually
scared.
that moment. It's
Oh,
She
actually
was
that
in the
moment.
film, yeah.
And
She was in the film.
And she was brilliant.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
as an
yeah.
actor, I never felt that she was feeling aisa kuch. You know, she was always in control of everything. She knew what she wanted from me, from other actors, from the scene, from how it looked like, costume, production, everything. Like everybody was, you know, were on their toes. And to have a director who's so clear कि मुझे ये चाहिए और यहाँ से इतना भी नहीं जाना चाहिए, वो बहुत बड़ी बात होती है.
So you'll have to dissect a little bit whether she was truthful or she was being humble.
No. I'm really meaning. I actually.
I'm just happy to hear whatever she said. I don't know.
Is that actually maybe it's because same happened with Amu. Like maybe if you are so like you're ready to fail, you really go all out. If you're not scared of failure, like actually in life, because Ishan died, so I'm not scared of death. it really changes you. If you're not scared of failure, if you're not scared of death, what you can do is something quite remarkable. And I think that was my experience on Raat Rani. Because I was like, yeah, just go for it and don't be scared. You may fall flat on your face and humiliate yourself. That doesn't matter. Life is life. It's not about just, you know, being big, and just like do what you can do. Be humble.
And you experience that in the grand finale of Raat Rani.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
that sounds. But exactly what you said, ma'am. My mom also tells something very similar, that when you have hit rock bottom, you can't go beyond that. The only way is upwards.
Correct.
So I think that's what it. I mean, it's quite synonymous to your emotions right now. So I think I totally agree with what you said. Last question, आप दोनों को मैं पूछना चाहूँगा before I let you go. It is for the actors, of course, which is that, you know, when, of course, when you're a part of a film like this, the results are not in your control in terms of how the audience will like it, but you have given your best, right? Going forward, when you perform in other projects, when you do something else, which might be similar to this, which might not be similar to this, do you want to take away anything from this particular project that you want to probably, you know, take forward in that next project? Are you getting what I'm saying?
Of course.
I just made it a little too long.
नहीं कोई बात नहीं. I think that I can trust my instinct a little more now, because she gave me the freedom to, you know, act on my instinct. तो as an actor मुझे लगता है कि अच्छा मेरा instinct भी सही हो सकता है. Of course I am somebody who listens to the director, but generally मैं voice नहीं करती थी.
Yes.
अभी now I can voice it. And I feel हर set पे ना आपकी एक अलग energy होती है. Like you saw how passionate she is.
Yes.
And मेरा और इनका रिश्ता बहुत strong है. Nilesh and I have been friends since so long.
So long.
Bhupi and I, we became friends and we are still, you know, collaborating here and there. तो ये आगे मैं नहीं रिपीट कर पाऊंगी. आगे किसके साथ क्या रिश्ता होगा मुझे कुछ पता नहीं. बट ये जो 3 लोग हैं ये हमेशा मेरी जिंदगी में रहेंगे.
Modern Love, Raat Rani, this is going to be very special. This moment, let's just pray that this is one of the best that has ever come on OTT. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
That's a wrap on the Bollywood talk show on IWMBuzz, guys. Please do watch Modern Love Mumbai, especially 3 cheers for Raat Rani. It's amazing cast and crew over here.
रात रानी.
Raat Rani हूँ मैं.
Thank you so much for all. Thank you so much to all of you for joining us over here. That's a wrap. We'll see you again very soon. Thank you.
so much.
Thank you. That was a lovely interview.
Thank you so much, ma'am.